It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Ready? 10 logo.
Turn right. We got 4.
Hey, Delta. Go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck, and the Bears take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Let's go, man. At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, Herbert. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Go, go.
Second and 5. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Check 15, check 15. Check 37, check. Hey, echo. Yeah, go.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert, he finds Coleman. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, Herbert buying time to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Begin. 5. Look at me, zipper. Back up. Ready?
To throw again, Herbert. It's caught by Coleman. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll run with Muhammad. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Squeeze.
On 4th down, Herbert. This is Coleman with a grab. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Throwing on 1st down, Herbert, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. 60 outlaws. Tyler, 64.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Check 24. Check 4. Hey, exit. Go. Get it.
2nd and 4. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Watch one. Check. SOS. Hey. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
58, boy. 58. Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Switch it. Come here, switch it. Watch, twitch. Hey, wahoo. It's a safety creep. Shoot.
On 4th down, Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Now again, right side. Dobbins. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
54. 18. No.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Partner, do we have a medic here? Can I get a cold compress from my head right now? Watching these play calls, I know that they're in the red zone, but he's in his own red zone, not the opposite red zone to decide to go for it. How did this happen?
Hey, risky, but it paid off. I agree. You keep calling plays like that, you're going to need a lot of antacids on the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Go, go. Hey, he's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Delta. Hey, I'm coming.
They go play action. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Hey, stand up. Kill. Turn up. Go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Hey, dude. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me. Hey, lock it. Me and you. He's coming. We got double up. Hey. Jim. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going into halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Muhammad. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Come on, set. Stick the orb. Hey, orbit.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Ready up. 58. Come on. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Go. Check. Check out read. Check.
On 1st down, Herbert. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the carry, it's Muhammad. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
In 18, 54. What's the run? They're running it. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. That's complete to Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16. They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
I'm scared. 49. Yeah, live. Plant. Motion. White left. Motion. Check 3.
On second down, Dobbins. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Blue 58. Hey, 88. Mike, check. 58. Hey, Echo. How you get ahead? Check 59, Mike is 59.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Go. 25. Check 25. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, Charlie, get it.
From the gun, Herbert. And an alley to run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Come on. Hey, Haywood. 58, right over there. Yeah. Go. 58, right there. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Switch. Gone. Tighten up. Switch. Watch your shit. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there.
And the ball is knocked out. And the Panthers have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Check. Fresno.
Following the fumble recovery, Herbert is going to find his running back. It's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It's 2nd and inches at the 42.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
58, come on. 58, come on. Go out. Safe down.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Herbert. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
A gain of 14.
Ready.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
21, Panthers 6.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Yeah. Hey, team 6. Safety 3. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. There. Switch.
On 1st and 10, Herbert completes it to Coleman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Rock it. Time go.
Back to throw. Herbert flushed out right. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Hey, wahoo! Check 26. Kill. Shoot. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown.
Complete to number 12.
DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point try good by Gano, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 50. Hey, check 26. Slam. Blue draw Corkins. Hey, Delta. Hey, watch that. Back north. 54.
On play action, Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Going up top for Miller. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Mike's 54.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he's got Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First and 10 at the 39.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now again, right side. Dobbins, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Whip. Watch the whip. Jump out. 54. Mike 54. Watch the curl. Hey, box drop. Check.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch out, Lynn. Hey, Zoo. Right there, 54, right there. 54 miles.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. They shakes him off, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. Run 6-6. Pull it high. Let's go.
On 1st down, Muhammad. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Hey, Orbit. Look at me. Zipper. Shoot.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Coleman. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ready.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. I got one. Check 37. Check down.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, let's go. 3 out. One twist. Jump. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Go for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough.
It was being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Watch the run.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bears, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 20. Five.
Ready? You ready?
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Mike 57. We're good. Mike 4, ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. They do go for it. It's Breeze. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick.
Bring it on. 54 miles. Watch the out.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They go play action with Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective, is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 27, Trubisky. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
57, Mike 57. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the safety creep.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. The open man is Smith. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 69 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Chicago.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. Ran. Get wild. Mike 5-4. Hey, alert. Ran. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring on your team.
Now Trubisky to throw. He finds Robinson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on second and long. Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Hey, my 7.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Demario Davis there on the stop. Throwing on second down. Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Hey, Haywood. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Good. Let's bring it. He's coming. Man, Bravo.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind it, and he listened to it.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and make that a big loss here as he's taken down. That sack by Khalil Mack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Ready?
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down.
Good. My 4, ready.
They're going to try and throw. Looking for Gann, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythm dreams? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen taking it in. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this time, Breeze will throw. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Rip left. Check. Level. Tonight.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And an alley to run. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Now he's flushed out left. He'll run it. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. This is caught by Robinson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Lock in. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Hey, ball. Check 49.
Now Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering.
He's got a man, complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards.
54, Mike Alpha. Check, walk 54, walk 54. We go. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, ball. Here we go. Right there, 54, right there.
On first down, Trubisky. Flush to his right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Alert. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go, defense.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Cameron Jordan in there for the 7th time in this game alone. And that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Now Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Interception, baby, all day.
The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
57 to Mike. 57.
Throwing now is Breeze. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
95-56. 95-56. Watch the ship.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They run it again with Kamara. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Yellow lady.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is Cohen. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. 2nd and 5 now. Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And no, it's incomplete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bree's going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Cameron Jordan in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And it's ha-ha.
And D'Angelo Hall.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. They try again with Cohen. Patty.
Come, 180. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 3 bucks.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Hey,
They go play action. Trubisky. Now he'll escape to his right. Looking deep for Gabriel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
57's Mike. Mike, kill. Switch gears.
One final try here for Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.